Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Family for Thanksgiving from being with my family for Thanksgiving in Oregon, and so I put down my grandbabies to come hump down these animals who took somebody else's babies away from them. So I haven't been able to meet with all the families, but I understand that there's been so much community outreach to them that they're being well cared for, from what I hear.
Do we know the other victims
taken? We were told from one of our reporters at the scene that an owner of the building from near the banquet hall, that firearms were taken. They were found on the roof of his building. Can you confirm that?
You know, I understand that there were some firearms found on the roof of the building. But whether they're related to this crime or not, we do not know. So I don't know how many, if there were multiple or one. So we're just, again, waiting to see how they fit in, if they do, to this crime.
Do we know the condition of the victims?
I'm sorry?
Do we know the condition of the victims in the hospital?
You know, the only thing I know is that I know at least one is critical, and the status on all the other victims, I'm not sure. I have not heard.
And of the 4 deceased victims, do we know, did they live in Stockton? Were they visiting from out of town?
I do not have that answer. I'm sorry at this time.
Sheriff, did the shooting happen indoors or outdoors or both?
You know, it appears so far that it happened both. It appears that it started indoors and then worked its way outdoors.
Are the victims related?
Wow. It started indoors and it worked its way outdoors, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Man, just a quick update. The sheriff, he spoke out of Sequoian, Sanjacoin. OG gonna help me explain what this is, where they at up there. I finally was able to catch up with OG. He been busy today. OG, you there? San Juan. Okay, I knew you would know. So you been to San Juan, OG?
And I was in prison by there in Tracy. That's a farm town. That's up in Stockton, California. That's Northern California. You know, we territorial down here. I don't go that far up.
Okay, but you was up there by Tracy whenever you had to do a little time.
Yes. And that's a farm town area. Stockton, California is so it's like becoming an epidemic everywhere, and that was some 10 people shot, 4 killed. That was a bloody gun battle up there.
Yeah, well, you know, this Sheriff Patrick, he not Withrow. He's not trying to hear it. He said he put his baby down. He put his babies down to come down here and catch these animals. You see, and I agree with him 100%. We gotta catch these animals, and I'm gonna say this right here, OG. And here's what I want you to really understand. It gotta stop. The way the senseless gun violence is going on the West Coast, up there in these far off distant places where you might not have been, but a lot of this stuff is gang related, self-inflicted stuff, man. It's sad.
Well, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you and Wilder one thing about y'all that y'all gonna get justice. It's a thing different in Mexicans and blacks. Whatever they do, probably the dudes that was involved in that, they didn't change their name from Alvarez to Gonzalez, and they back in Mexico right now.
That ain't gonna work. We're gonna bring those guys to justice. I don't know if you understand what's going on, but when you look at what this guy represent, he left his house. Let me get this straight. He left his house to come and make this speech, and they just made it a little bit ago here. Breaking news. And he's not out here to play. He's coming to look for these guys, and he's coming to bring these guys to justice. And these guys was inside. They started on the inside. He already assessed it. It ends up on the outside. They found guns on the roof. We don't know if they're related, but we don't know how the guns end up on the roof. But there were some guns found on the roof. And we're trying to figure that out right now. And I say we because I'm watching this case close.
Yeah, well, since y'all figured out, by the time you figure out how the guns got on the roof or who the guns belong to, the gunman is long gone.
Oh.
What is he doing playing with his babies and the street is in corruption?
Well, he didn't know that this was going to jump off like this.
Well, if he was such a good law enforcement officer, he should have felt the tension.
Well, you got to understand, man, this thing here is...
I don't want to understand none of this.
Let me just read a little bit of what you say, San Ho Quinn. That's where it's called. San Ho Quinn County official searches for suspect in this mass shooting. It says Sheriff Patrick Withrow from the Joe Quinn, I ain't saying it right, Joe Quinn County Sheriff Office confirmed that no suspect has been taken into custody in this investigation of the mass shooting that occurred on Saturday evening. Just before 6 p.m. on Saturday, 15 people were struck and 4 victims were pronounced dead after a mass shooting occurred at a family birthday party on the 1900 block of Lucille Avenue. The sheriff reported that the 4 victims fatally shot were aged 8, 9, 14, and 21. At the request of the investigator, the sheriff's office said it will not be releasing the names of those who were killed at this time. Withrow announced on Sunday, this day, after that one of the 11 victims hospitalized was shooting in critical condition, while the other's status remained unknown. You know, this is sad, man. At any rate, this is horrible, man. When you start looking at an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 14-year-old, and I updated it because this guy, man, for him to come out, Patrick Withrow, that helps, man, even though he ain't caught him yet. Well, to come out and speak on it and just say we are looking.
And no, well, he ain't said he solved the crime. He ain't did nothing.
Well, at least
he's up there pumping for audience. No, you should have did this before you even open your mouth. I don't give the sheriff no credit for we found guns. Okay, so what? Harry Hippie could have found the guns. Let's find this up. Get this solved.
And I know, and I know he's working on it. That's why he come to make the speech, because he want to give an update. He want to give an update, OG. That's all I'm saying. You know, these things, even if on the first 48, it takes a little time to figure it out. But I'm pretty sure, just being honest with you, these are kids. The FBI and all kind of people are involved. But I can promise you, there had to be. I've seen some of the footage. I just didn't put it up. Some of the footage of the inside. They know that it started on the inside, worked its way on the outside. Cameras were present, I'm pretty sure. They're not saying the name of these people, but I have a pretty good hunch that they're basically going to grab these guys before they can move and go anywhere.
Oh, yeah, that's personal. From a birthday party, it wasn't no random shooting. It wasn't no hate crime or somebody on. This was gang related in its term. Somebody in the family fell out and. Wait a minute.
Withrow also shared that he is confident that this shooting was not random act. Stockton Mayor Chris Fajizi confirmed with Fox 40 that the shooting was gang related. Yes. Let's call it what it is. This is a domestic terrorism. This is gang violence, and it has to stop in our city, Fugazi said. Detectives are working with the California Department of Justice to find the suspect's description. The sheriff's office said detectives are utilizing tips, videos, and witness accounts to identify and locate the possible suspect, OG.
It shouldn't be that hard. They know who Javier is. Javier and everybody is involved in it. One thing about them, they ain't like us. They ain't telling on everybody. They'll handle it.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think that they even on with it being kids involved? Do you think that maybe the even the infrastructure of the the gang that they may be even affiliated with would step up and say, hey, man, you guys, what y'all did was messing wrong, and we're going to handle this?
Well, most definitely, in their culture, they most definitely, that's not going to be just a act that's not celebrated. You done kill children. That's not going to be accepted at all. I don't believe. I sure not with their structure. The way they could, there had been some blocks, maybe they'd have got by with it, but it's not going to. In their culture, it's not going to go. Whether the police catch them or not, they're going to be dealt with.
Wow. And Heather Brent, a spokesperson for the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office, said the detectives were originally looking for the suspect. Now we're looking for a possibility of multiple. At this time, the sheriff's office has yet to report any arrests identified of the suspect. Fugazi said that the total bounty of the shooting suspect now stands at $25,000. Anyone with information regarding the investigation urged by the mayor to call crime watchers. And that's what they're wanting. They want somebody to call. Man, these guys need to be picked up or either dealt with some kind of way. Now, when you start looking at kids, man, from 8, 9, and 14, that was really out there to go to a party to watch with the kids. My kids went to parties when they were, my grandkids, they go to parties, man. It's people grown ups there, you know. When me and you was down in San Antonio, there was grown ups there. We don't, my grandkid, they was there. If something crazy would have popped off with them being there, they don't even have a clue what's going on, man.
That's right.
They don't know. They trying to do a water slide. They don't know nothing about the foolishness that these idiots had going on for them to be inside there and to bring guns into this place with the kids there, knowing that they're probably going to be an issue because you know you looking for it if you brought the guns in there.
But then here we go again. And it was a time where a children's party was just children. Old folks now, these grown folks, want to make a baby shower, day shower. They want to try to suck up all the children's time and intervene. Grown people party need to be for grown people. Children's parties need to be for children and children only. Not your drinking, but sitting up in there hooping and hollering about you and something your boyfriend got into, or you and your man, or one of your relatives that come over, he wasn't cool with another relative and they don't like each other. This, you get too many of these mixed events. And that's how this stuff, children shouldn't ever been at a party with adults.
No, you're exactly right, OG. I got to agree with you on that. No children shouldn't be at no party with no adults, and no children should be dead or getting killed at no party where adults come in and they feel like they're going to be running into somebody that might be an op. I think this is horrible. And to see where it's okay to you come in here and do this and leave, and if you are a person that know this person and you call yourself harboring this guy, and you know this guy done kill kids, man, what type of dude are you? I'm looking at all of these scenarios, even when it came down to the guy that got shot here and his daughter got killed in that car, and then this girl takes this guy and he's going off with him and all that, and you know that this doesn't happen. Oh, I didn't know that happened. I thought it was just, no. Somebody knows something. There's too much news going on right now. If you know who these people are and you don't bring them to justice, man, with these kids, oh, well, we ain't finna say nothing, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But I just don't agree with the 8, 9, and 14-year-old and the 21-year-old being gunned down. And like I said, I don't know who had to do it what. I don't know how gruesome this had to be. I don't know if the hit was out on him and the family. The family was going to get hit, and kids or whoever when I see them. I don't know what y'all got going on, but this ain't the way it go, homie. This ain't the way it go. No. You shouldn't have to think your child is out at a birthday party, at a kid's function. And then you look up and now they bringing little babies out in body bags. Kids out in body bags. That's crazy to me, man. I just ain't. Every time I try to do the report on it because I seen that Mr. Patrick spoke up and said he was on the hunt for these animals. But I keep going back to that 8-year-old, that 9-year-old, that 14-year-old, and it just do something for me, man. Like, wow, man, because I got this. Now you're making me think of my family. I just don't think that's the way this thing supposed to go down, man. I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but man, this is very, very sad that these kids, when you look in kids' eyes and you see an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old, they innocent, bruh. They ain't in there thinking about no gun, for shoot, no fire, no lead for to be shooting across no room, man. That's not what they doing. They in there playing, man. Somewhere playing, holding on somebody's leg. Somewhere, running around, chasing each other or something like that. They not looking to do no battle with nobody because they innocent. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox, man. Guys, man, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. If there's any, guys, we talking about this all day. I talked about it a little earlier. That's probably what it's gonna revert back to after this. But it's sad. Get in the comments and let me know what you think about what me and OG just talked about as far as this Stockton mass shooting, and do you think the sheriff is doing what he need to be doing, or should he be working a little harder, or should he even be doing press? Should he be out looking, hunting, trying to figure this thing out? Get in the comments, let us know. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.